Chapter 6, Knowledge Summary. Okay, so let's summarize the K personality type, the knowledge personality type. The word speaks for itself. So you can see that in talking to a K or recruiting a K to your sales organization, that you have to focus on delivering knowledge. You have to make sure that what you're saying makes sense. And that's one of the biggest validation tools that you can use is it has to make sense. It has to be logical. They have to be able to understand it and reason it out. So the product that you're selling has to make financial sense. It has to make tax sense. It has to make business sense. It has to make sense in general for them to get involved. Their reputation is something that's very, very important to a K, is their reputation in the eyes of their peers, which are other Ks. See, if the product is in any way going to make them look bad or dumb or foolish or mocked by their peer groups, they may choose to avoid it, even if you feel like they could benefit from it. So the K, you always have to make sure that you approach it from a perspective and through their minds, remember, speak their language, that this product is going to enhance them intellectually, etc. Now, it's great to have Ks that are on your team. And the reason is they're not necessarily top producers in network marketing. Sometimes they're too smart for their own britches. When you're recruiting Ks, the reason that they're great to have in your organization is they provide a lot of credibility to people in the audience, because if someone that's smart or educated gets involved, then it makes sense for a lot of other people. Most of us know that Ks are the types that do their due diligence and go do all of the homework and give everybody else the thumbs up so that we can just take their word for it, right? So they're really great from that perspective. They also make great trainers on your team if they're subject matter experts of certain things. So when I host events where I require a very technical explanation of the compensation plan when that's appropriate, or a technical explanation of the product ingredients and how they affect people health-wise, etc., Ks make great people to go that analytical on an audience. But you want to be very careful about the amount of speaking time you give them, because they can oftentimes go over someone's head. They get into their intellectual mode and the rest of the audience cannot relate to them at all. Now, if you are a K listening to this audio program, first of all, congratulations for learning more new information, right? You just improved yourself and your IQ just went up in regards to understanding personality selling and putting yourself into a position where you can logically understand why people get involved in our industry. Now, if you are a K, the biggest advice that I can give you is to really focus on connecting with the person and not being so about you. Don't get caught up in your intellect. Don't get into analysis paralysis. If you're talking to a B, you're probably going to connect the most with a B because of their formality, and your intellect is probably going to be a great combination. However, if you're talking with an A, you may be going over their head. You may bore them to tears, and you're not going to enroll them into the excitement of the product and the opportunity. So do your best to get outside your comfort zone and really get animated and excited about some things, because remember, this is about connecting with them, not them matching you. If you're selling and promoting to an N personality type, you want to become more warm, more gentle, more emotional, connect with the human, compliment them, touch them a little bit more often, appropriately, of course, but you want to make sure that they feel your genuine enthusiasm for the product or the opportunity as you're enrolling them. If you stay too stiff and rigid and unemotional, they're not going to connect with you and probably won't get involved with you. Now, in general and overall, Ks are wonderful in the organization, and so I'm very excited for you to participate in the program. You want to make sure that you do your best to match the personality type of the person that you're with so that you don't become too analysis paralysis. You can make yourself make decisions and get involved, and you're in an industry that attracts a lot of different personality types, so you definitely want to learn to master the bank personality sales training system. Once you do that, it's game over. Learn to crack that personality code and take it to the bank.